Welcome back everyone to River and Sea, where today we are going to be checking a letter that we have received in the mail. First of all, we got a gift from a friend. We'll have to see what's in here. This is of course our Elite Mark Acquisition Boost for 6 hours. What makes it elite, I have no idea because it's only worth 25%, but for 6 hours. And Tarneth, another matter of importance. Have you heard the legend of the Echilder? It is known amongst the Dunedain, but alas, it is has found the attention of the tomb robbers and thieves out in the south, who seek to pillage the legacy of Anuminus. If you wish to earn the favor of the Dunedain, or merely take an interest in the preservation of artifacts, come and meet with me in Tinidair on the shores of Lake Evendim, Tarneth. Alright, and let's detach that. Pintsy, have you... Oh yeah, that's just the same text that I just read, so we will accept the quest and head over to Tinidair. Now, we will go there via Oatbart, since that is where I need to deliver a quest to Hal Gamgee. The easiest way to Oatbarton is via the Shire, and I was asked way back in the first or second episode, was it? Well, I can't remember. Very early along in Mossword, to speak with Mayor Whitfoot here in Delving, and to visit the Shire where there seem to be many other hobbits here. Hello there.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Hello. Are you a visitor come to the Shire? Oh, it is my duty and pleasure to welcome you to our great country then. I am Will Whitfoot, Mayor of Delving and of all the Shire. Who are you and from where do you hail? Oh. Yes. Well, it would be Fridolin then, wouldn't it, who sent you here? Ah, it is always a took. Well, I for one am glad that you have come to visit us. If you and your kin are indeed distant cousins of ours, then I say you are kin of mine. You are welcome to remain in the Shire for as long as you wish, Pintsy. There are many fine towns and villages in the Shire, so I would suggest that you visit all of them. After all, I have heard more than enough complaints about my purported favoritism. Nevertheless, I am certain that good folk of the Shire would welcome the help of one such as your stature. Alright. There we go. Thank you. Now, I need to head over to Oatbarton, which is in the North Farthing, where I will speak to Hal Gamgee. Here we are in Oatbarton. Everything looks nice and peaceful here. No goblins attacking. No Uruks sneaking around.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Lovely day. No wolves around, no spiders. So everything all nice and perfect, right? Guess we'll find out in a moment. Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, marry me, mariner. You heard of our troubles? Oh, this is wonderful. I had not hoped that you would come, but here you are. There are many folk here who are terrified of the strange things happening, myself included amongst them. If you would help us, I know that we will find a proper way to thank you. You're saying then that there are troubles around here. Oh well. Strike the bit about being no goblins or spiders in the area. Well, I guess it's time to deal with a couple of them. And who knows, maybe there'll be somebody around who wants me to do them a little favor. Completed a final strike. What is that for? Finishers? What, you want to tangle with me? Alright, fine. You paid for that dearly. New deed, spitting techniques. Oh boy. Well, I'll just grab this and be on my way. Over here, things seem to be worse than at Oak Barton. The troubles are a bit more obvious here. Well, perhaps I should help these hobbits. They're sort of cousins anyway, right? Oh, hello there.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Ah, I beg your pardon, but I haven't any other one to turn to in these dark times. Please hear me out. Dwaling has never been a rich town, but we have always gotten by on our own. Many of the best glassblowers in the Shire were found in these holes. My dad, before me, was a glassblower, best in the North and East Farthings, and I learned the trade from him. Recently, things turned for the worse for our little town. What with all the wild creatures about, folk that are plain afraid of the new bounds today. Most of the folks have moved away and sold off their property after business stopped. A hobbit out of the West Farthing sent letters and contracts up this way, purchasing holes and land until he bought up almost the whole town. That's when all the trouble began. I used to get my tools for glass blowing repaired by a dear old friend who lives in Dwaling, but he moved away not a week ago. Before he left, he swore that he would finish fixing them up. If you would, head into Dwaling and see if he left them on his stoop. His hole was to the north side of the town, and the tools should be in a satchel or bag. I would be deeply in your debt. Alright, so go into the town, get some tools.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Although not many know this, but I heard about the business down to the south of here with the goblins. They're up to no good about these parts, too. I swear I saw one of them kill one of the spiders and drag it back to their camp. Though why they did this, I would want something so vile I surely can't say. I wonder if those goblins consider a spider a delicacy of some kind. Maybe that thought makes me shudder. Whew. Maybe you ought to go out to the camp at Bleakcroft Crest and out to the south and see if you can find it. Or I guess I will check that. And what about you?
Might I speak with you a moment?
I must have been the beginning or of fall. Yes, I was with my son on the banks of the Brandywine, enjoying the sun, a fine meal and a full pipe, while he sat and played with his favorite toy, a piece of lead fashioned into a small dog, by the side of the river. My boy was very fond of this toy, but when time came to leave, it wasn't anywhere to be found. I tried to console him with one of my stories. I created quite a wonderful tale about the toy's whereabouts, but if you are heading that way, perhaps you could search for it. The toy has to be somewhere in the Barrendal, the sand marshes north and east of Dwaling. I have heard that strange burrowing creatures have since inhabited the area. There was a good chance that one of them could have swallowed it up, thinking it was some sort of food. Alright. And do you need anything?
Might I speak with you a moment?
Yes. We are glassblowers here in Dwaling. Always have been and always will be. Well, I hope that we will always will be. We have been running gravely low on supplies as of late. The new townfolk and creatures about the sands have kept us from venturing too far. We barely have enough time to finish our next order. I used to get white sand from the glass blowing from a dear friend of mine whose travels of Barrendorf into the northeast of Dwaling, but he moved away not a week ago. If you would, travel up to the sand marshes and get some sand. I would be deeply in your debt. Alright, so I need to collect sand, a lead dog, examine a corpse, and... is that it? Oh yes! Glass blowing. That's down this way, right? Oh. Well, these guys don't seem to be very polite. Looks like they're just brigands of some sort. Well, we can deal with brigands, right? Well, let's see what's going. Hello. All right. No one wants to see me here, right? Ah, one of those places. Ah. Oh, looky here. Well, fine. Well, looks like that should teach the brigands a lesson. Oh, you're a tough one. Yeah, these look like the tools. Well, I'll return them. Here are your tools.
Can't a body be left alone?
Ah, good. I can now go back to my work again.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Now, this hobbit was telling you about before, he let big men buy up all the land, right here in the Shire. I have talked to Ronald Wall about sending a letter to old Will Wilford, the mayor, but I don't know what he can do against a sound contract like the one sent to my door. One of my dear friends, Perlina Gamgee, is away in the West Farthing looking for a snug hole to start all over, and I told her that I would look after her home while she was away. Those new men in town, they have a foul look about them, and I don't much trust them, even if they claim that they're here to help. If you could, go down and check on Perlina Gamgee's residence just east of here in Dwaling. You look like you could hold your own if any of the ruffians cause any trouble. Calling them ruffians doesn't exactly sound like someone who's thinking about doing good. Oh well, now, let's see what we've got around here. Hello there. I had a feeling you would respond by doing that. You have a better response? Nope, you don't. There you go. How do you like that? Fine, 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 fine. Hey, do you know which one's Perolina's house? Down that way, alright. Well, this place is definitely not at its peak at the moment. Let's check this level over here. Okay, that's for you. Oops! Oopsie daisy. Hey. Have a little fire. What do you think about that? Yeah. Oh. More of a... I hope that's not Perolina's house. Ooh. Well, they're not treating it very well. Well, more bad news in there. Maybe I'll just go and get that sand so I could put off telling them. Or maybe I'll turn the wrong way and wind up in the glassblowers camp anyway.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Well, I never! These big folk are violating their contracts! What are these times coming to?
Could I take a moment of your time?
Never in all my days have I heard of decent folk getting attacked in the Shire. Even if this is the North Farthing, folk should still be decent and civil, though I wouldn't put such treachery past these big men. I have asked Ronald Well to draft a formal letter to complain to the leader of these men, this Will Tuffin. He is always in and out of the big hole down in Dwaling Center. I would like you to get this letter from Dwal and take it to Will Tuffin straight away. Just go down to the big hole down yonder and ring the bell until Will comes out. Make sure that you're careful, though. I don't trust these big folk. Take care that you don't let them bully you around. Alright, but what do you get out of this? Tarnished brigand sword. Actually, that's yeah.
Just a moment.
Ah yes, Hob asked me to draw up a letter of complaint. Business letters are not my usual fare. I'm more of a crafting and fanciful stories than letters. I dare say that I did a fine job as I could have asked for. Alright, good. So let's go and deliver this complaint. It will be this way around. Yeah, I think this is the way. Hey. Okay. You too. Okay. You can go down. You can go down too if you want. Hey there. Oopsie daisy. Hey, how about Northwind to you? Oh, okay, there's the bell. I guess we could just go and deliver the complaint. Oh, and you too. We can't leave you out of the party. Ah, now. A wooden chest. Anything in here useful? Not really. Well, some script, I guess. A letter from one of those little rats? Be off! This is our land and Sharky's now! That fool Lothar doesn't know what he's got himself into! Not going without a fight, eh? Well, yeah, I will deal with you fools later! I have work to do here in Dwaling! Well, that did not satisfy the complaint. He attacked me.
Can't a body be left alone?
What? He shut the door in your face? Well, if that isn't the rudest thing I have heard all day. Bob Greenies has a spare key to the big hole. It's a public building, and even if they own the whole town, they haven't the right to close up a public hole. You march right into there and make sure that he reads every word of that letter. Dr. Bob Greenies here with you when you are ready to go down to the big hole. All right? We can do that. Ready? Are you ready? Yep. Well, be careful. Who knows what those big folk will be doing inside there.
An attempt to lodge a formal complaint on behalf of the glassblower Hob Hillbrow led to a violent encounter with the chief's men. The time has come to put the ruffians in their place.
Yeah. Back again with your letter? Looks like you'll have to add trespassing to your list of offenses. There are new rules here in Dwaling. My lads here will make sure you don't cause any more trouble. I'll cause plenty of trouble. Yeah. Alright. Rats. Hey. I suppose the rats aren't going to be friendly, right? Oh, what do you think? Perhaps that was a bit much. Alright. Well, that was certainly one of my more effective uses of the North Wind. Oh. The chief will hear about this. Yeah. That's to your chief. Aww. Okay, maybe not aw. Alright, fine. And I'll take care of you and your little dog too. And you. Huh. Get him, lads! I'll deal with you myself. Right, well, are you sure about that? Oh, what are you doing? Now you've done it. The trespassers are here, Chief. You must deal with them. Fool! You have ruined Sharky's plans, and Sharku does not accept failure. Now, I will deal with you. Men, attack! Alright, and you? Well, fortunately, they don't all attack at once. Hey. I'll deal with you myself. Oh, now you get around to it. Well, I think that resolves the complaint. I've delivered the complaint, but I think you won't be able to do anything about it anymore.
Can't a body be left alone?
So the leader wouldn't take the letter. I can't say I didn't expect trouble from those ruffians. I am going to have another formal complaint written to this investor to tell him just what I think about the characters of the men that he has led into the Shire. You mentioned something about a goblin-faced fellow that someone called Sharky? I'm sure you must be mistaken. There has been not like them in the Shire since the Borer's time, and I have never heard of anyone by the name of Sharky. Should I tell him about Saruman? Probably not. The last thing I need to do is to scare him by telling him about a wizard. But what with all the excitement, I am sure that you can't be blamed for your mistake. Well, alright. Well, let me... Alright, I won't go around telling him... Oh my goodness gracious, this is quite a... Oh, I've been using a level 15 sword for quite a while. Okay, so I think, yes, getting an upgrade at this point is going to be nice, 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 and nice. In fact, that'll be perfect to help me with my class quest. Wonderful. Now that we dealt with the complaint, we're going to have to head on over and collect some materials for the glass blowers, and that'll be in the next episode of River and Sea.